If I would have turned this machine on, probably it would have shut down on me, because at 100 heartbeat per minute, it stopped working. But this is measuring the heart-mind coherence. If you are not familiar with it, I highly suggest to talk to this lady who knows about it. I just discovered about a month ago. Truly a life-changing experience. Zio, I wonder if somebody could figure out how to use it during the daytime, the information we get from this, and help better calibrate our food intake. Because so far, as little I understand about collecting data about our food is based upon the calories we burn is the amount of exercise we do. So what about the calories what we're burning based upon our mental exercises? So then I go further, and I love my little app that allows me to collect data as well as modify things about my body based on sound spectroanalysis. I love it. Now, when we come to the heart, I forgot to mention, just for my, I wear this, and I love it, but you don't have to use dongles when you're using the smart Bluetooth technology with a 4S or better. Now, I can go on and on, but the bottom line is, all right, I really love Body Media, which takes not one, but 4 different biometrics, and I yet to figure out all the cool things it does, but I much prefer versus my watch that I used to wear on my hand, interfering with my work on the computer. Check this out, I really love it. Now,
you have to have one award right there. Just
so, I will be very, very short in respect to your time. I'm going to be focusing just on the major questions. What did I do? I'm doing a 6-month qualified self-improvement program with a specific goal in the realm of consciousness, where I set out to greatly expand my awareness. In this program, I measured and tested at least once a week. I took over 35 years of accumulated experience of being a self-directed learner, and I'm applying everything I know, continuously discover, what I'm discovering continuously on the Quantified Self network. As you can see, some of these cool things I discovered in this network. What did I learn from it? All the schools of thoughts, tools, resources I have been discovering on a weekly basis are addressing 1 or 2, sometimes a handful of parameters of our lives. But there is really no tool out there, as far as I know, that takes a holistic approach for human performance. So I created one, I9. Think of it like an empowered high five. But I need to give credits where it's due. I met Michael on the Quantified Self network. He started his 6 months program, which really inspired me because for the last 35 years I do all kinds of things to better myself. But encompassing something in a 6 months program where you set out to better yourself and reach a particular goal, that really resonated with me. So I contacted him, and he pointed out Kostas. He's also, excuse me, he's also a Quantified Self network member. He's in Europe, and he has the Measure Me website. I found that how to design a self-experiment. So I followed his program. Why did I decide to create I9? I was inspired by this book back in 2003, The Power of Full Engagement. What is I9 used for? To measure the action potential so we can adjust our activities for optimal personal energy management. What does I9 measures? My spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical energy, short SAMP. How does I9 measure SAMP? With a rapid standardized data collection I designed and tested over the years since 2003. What have I learned from it? Saved my personal relationship, improved and expedited communication with my friends, family, and people I care about who also use I9. Any interesting data? While we have 6 distinctive action potential energy spectrum identified in our personal energy measure system, we tend to live our lives in the first 3 and really experience the thrill of excitement, like today, of others in the other 3 zones. But when we do it, it is even more empowering when we can communicate that with others who can have the extended understanding of our winnings in life. Any interesting data? Well, so I invite you to find out more about High 9 and decipher what this picture means. If you can go to this website, you can actually read what I was supposed to tell you tonight. But the person who wrote me that speech used such a language, there's no way I can speak that with such eloquency. So let's see, story to share, yes, but first the Q&A part of the presentation. I think I'm doing the 5 minutes in time, right? So, and first public presentation I ever spoke in front of the people. I live in the woods of New Hampshire, so
Questions? Right in the front.
Yeah. I'm just curious, how did you measure spiritual energy?
That's a very good question. That's I get to most of the time. Depending on your spiritual orientation and what you know about spirituality, the answer can be quite different and range in a wide scale. I just use the very simplest one, zest for life. When you get out of the bed in the morning or right now, how excited are you to live? That's what I call spiritual energy. And I have a way to quantify that, and I have a way to communicate that.
Clearly have a lot.
I like the sound effects.
Yeah. Well, it's time to close, right?
Yeah. Other questions?
I probably stumped you well. That's okay. Go ahead.
What are your next steps going to be? Are you going to continue on with this?
Absolutely. The 6 months program just started. I'm in the 4th week into it. And basically, this is my first opportunity to tell the world in person what we are set out to do. Hopefully in 6 months I can come back and really show you some very exciting data. But in the meantime, High 9, what I'm having real hope for, to connect with others. Because there is so many ways of technology evolved over the past 10, 15 years, how we communicate with each other. But how can we do that on a more expedited way, in a very meaningful way, where we can quantify our spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical energies to others? It truly can change the life. It changed mine. So that can really affect the people's communication and behavior when you can communicate that efficiently. But I know I didn't tell you anything as far as High 9 is concerned, so you have to go to the website and find out.
Any other questions?
All right, so here is the recent story. That was your last prompt. The AP value of 125 or more, I set out for technical rides. Well, I know nothing about bike riding when it comes to mountain biking. That's recently I was introduced to this. And the gentleman who takes me out, he's actually 10 years older than I am. He's 57, 58 years old. Much better shape than I am. And we go to bike riding with his team, and he shows me all these technical rides in the woods with a huge speed of about 3-4 miles an hour. My heart rate monitor tells me, the GPS and all that. So they actually came to learn about High 9, and they can tell if my action potential is 125 or less, they automatically change the course because they know Zsolt will not be able to keep up with us. when the action potential is 125 or above, then they go out, and sometimes I can give them a good run before they time. So that's it. Thank you.